Hey guys, welcome back to Study Money, and in today's video, we will talk about 4 things on how to use your emergency fund without going broke. So if you would like to know how to use your emergency fund well, here are some 4 practical tips that will help you prevent yourself from going for broke. So if you would like to know more, stay tuned and watch this video. So first of all, nag-uusap kami ng anak ko nung isang gabi, and sabi niya, Tatay, I think that one of the topics that you would want to share with other people is how to use your emergency fund without going broke. And so I want to thank you, Blaze, for sharing that idea with me, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for brainstorming with me on certain topics. And so without much ado, all right, let me share with you 4 practical tips on how to use your emergency fund without spending a lot of money and without spending it all. So, number 1, okay, understand if it's really an emergency. So, baka naman mamaya, flash deal lang yan. Okay, kating-kati ka na bilhin, wala kang pambili. And then you're going to dip your fingers inside your emergency savings account. So, di ba? I mean, that's pretty odd. Understand first if it's really an emergency. O baka naman mamaya merong midnight sale sa SM Mega Mall. Wala kang pambili, hindi pa dumadating yung sweldo mo. And para sa'yo, emergency na yun. So, di ba? If it's really not an emergency, then don't dip your fingers inside your emergency fund savings account. Please avoid that. Try to understand if it's really an emergency. Try to identify if it's worth spending your hard-earned money on certain things. Baka mamaya it's just out of want and not really an emergency. So really take time to think about it. Take time to understand the situation. Ngayon, if you've blown out your tire, then that's an emergency. Okay? You're gonna need to replace 1 tire of your car. So, or God forbid it happens, but you have a relative or a family member that needs to be rushed in the hospital, then that's an emergency. That's a no-brainer, okay? You will need to dip your fingers inside your emergency fund savings account. Tip number 2, assess the situation very well. Okay, so after doing number 1, identifying if it's an emergency or not, then you have to understand kung ano yung dapat gawin. So, let's go back to my example a while ago about replacing your car tire. So, na-flat yung sa driver side, okay, so front driver side wheel, and then obviously you're gonna need to, I don't know, maybe get towed, or you can probably drive safely provided, let's just say, wala kang spare tire, okay? So, didala mo dun sa shop, and then you're going to purchase a piece of tire, or you're going to replace the tire. So, eventually, you notice na, may sale dito mura lang yung mga gulong ngayon. But, the tread of your tires are still thick, okay? They're still 90% good. Pero dahil naka-sale doon, or dahil meron silang promo, buy 4 get 1, baka mamaya, impulsively, you may say to yourself, palitan ko na lang din. Diba? Sayang naman eh. Sayang yung promo, sayang yung sale. So, assess the whole situation first. Do you really need to change all your tires right at that moment? O baka naman mamaya, kaya mo pa mag-survive for many months without changing the rest of your tires and just replace 1. So, assess the situation very well. Think it through. Don't panic. Alright? Tip number 3. This is also in tune with number 2. assess the amount that you actually need to pay for. So, kung isang gulong lang yung kailangan mong bilhin and it's worth, let's just say, 3,500, then stick with it. Alright? Kung 3,535, let's just suppose, okay, na kailangan palitan yung alternator mo. Tapos sabihin ng mekaniko sa'yo, sir, kailangan natin ding palitan yung ganyan. Kailangan na rin ayusin tong ganito. Balik mo dito, ayusin na rin natin yan. Sama mo na. Para isang gawaan lang. So, ito lang yung nakatabi mo. Ito lang yung na-ready mo. So, will you be stepping outside of your boundaries even if it's not within the amount you have prepared for, even if it's not within the threshold of money that you're willing to spend on to arrest that emergency? So, take time to assess how much money you're willing to spend. Okay? Might I add, stick to the plan. Kung ang plano mo lang palitan yung radiator, huwag mo rin ipagawa yung aircon, di ba? Hindi yan kasama dun Kung ang plano mo lang pagawa yung alternator, then huwag mo din papalitan yung gulong mo. It's simple. All right? Stick with the plan. Assess it. Stick with the amount that you have already set aside for and don't overspend. So when you have already settled within yourself the amount that you're prepared to pay for, then stick with it. Okay? Number 4, last but not least, is have a buffer. Now, this may be contrary to what I have mentioned a while ago in tip number 3, but it's actually supplementary. What do I mean? So, pag sinabi kong supplementary, let's just say, okay, that someone gets rushed into the ER kasi nagkasakit, nilagnat, kinumbulsyon, etc. Okay? And then the person gets discharged. Obviously, the doctor will ask for you to purchase additional medication to treat the patient. Alright? So, meron siyang mga medicine na kailangan pang i-take after being discharged. And so what I suggest you do is have a buffer. Alright? And in contrast with number 3, or tip number 3, assess the amount that you're willing to pay for. Put a little bit of extra, but not a lot. Alright? Just so that you can be prepared to arrest the full length of the emergency. So, have a buffer. Okay? And so, guys, I hope that you find this video helpful and informative, and it adds knowledge to you on how to use your emergency fund without overspending and without going for broke. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And for any comments, questions, suggestions, write it down in the comment section. And kung meron akong na-miss and meron ka dyang idea na feeling mo makakatulong, please write it in the comment section below. Alright, everyone in this community will see your comment, and I may not have been able to mention that, but your comment can help a lot of people. So please, I implore you to write it in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell button, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.